Romans chapter 7, verse 23 says, "But I see in my members another law waging war against the law of my mind, and making me captive to the law of sin that dwells in my members." So this means that there are parts of you that wants one thing and the other parts don't. And this is a very weird thing because that's how contradictions happen within one own self. Let's say if you want to sleep around, and then there's a part of you that doesn't want to, you know that you're going to end up in trouble, you're going to catch some STD if you do that, so you have to be careful with that. And then there is a part of you that wants to hurt others, and there's a part of you that wants to be compassionate. So there is a constant war that is within you, that goes on in your mind and within all the parts of your body, that are trying to decide which party wins. So this it's going to I've got a solution now, so it's going to sound very simple. So just ask yourself, by yourself, when you're by yourself, when you are sitting in the comfort of this war within your own self, just ask yourself, is this what I really want? Ask yourself that, if this is what you really want. And the answer might be something that is very uncomfortable to accept. Well, first you have to decide that you have to accept whatever the answer is, but you have to ask the question if this is what you really want. And then once you get an answer, then you think out the consequences of proceeding with that action. Because if you don't do this, it's all going to be jumbled up in your mind. You wouldn't even know the clear answer to what is it that is actually causing that discomfort in you. So it is always going to leave you confused and uncomfortable. So it is, ask yourself again and again and again, however many times it takes, ask yourself if this is what you really want. If the answer is yes, then just think out the consequences of what the consequences of the action would be, and how it's going to end up for you, and what kind of reputation you're going to have by the end of it. And if you think that, okay, you know what, this is not going to work out well, you don't have to. But then if you think that your actions are going to, after asking yourself the question if this is really what you want, after going through it, just think, and maybe it might be beneficial to you, right? You never know. Because one, if you don't ask, because no one else is going to ask you this question, if this is what you really want, what you really want. Like, not many people ask you that. So you have to ask yourself if what's bothering you is what you really want. If casual relationships is what you're after, if hurting people is what you're after, if just ask yourself that, and then come to a solution where it doesn't hurt yourself or someone else. So it might as well be worth thinking about what's bothering you actually.